Most of the other agents, what they're really talking about is that they're like, oh, this is catastrophic. Oh, what's going to happen? But they're looking at it from the standpoint of potentially losing 50% of their income on buyer agent commissions. For powerful real estate agents, which I consider myself one of those, what that means is that I probably have increased my income, because now the buyer's agents are not going to be as motivated to go find the buyers. Well, I'm still motivated to go find the buyers as the listing agent. So the more listing centric a real estate agent becomes, the better their business is going to be. And that's been the state of the industry forever. They have little cliched sayings, list to last, meaning if you take listings that you'll last in the business. But that's where it's always been. And if you look at the real estate industry around the world, there are tons of countries that don't even have buyer agency. It's not even a thing. Look at Australia. They have no buyer agency. If you want to buy a house, you go to a listing agent. So the thing that's unique about America in the regard to buyer's agency is that it is, in my opinion, it's definitely a better advocacy system, than going directly to the listing agent, because you have somebody that's working on your behalf, and it's valuable. But buyer agency has sort of descended into this sort of glorified tour guide type of a scenario, that the buyer agent is just, helping the people tour homes, and that's really not what the buyer agent, that's part of what they do, but the big thing is advocacy and negotiation. That takes training and chutzpah. Now, since their commission is not going to be 100% guaranteed, the only buyer's agents that you're going to have out there are going to be just stone cold killers. They're going to be really, really, really good. And there won't be any room for any real estate agents out there, or buyer's agents. There will be no buyer's agents, because they're just going to get gobbled up, because they're not going to be able to make a living, because the way that they're going to get compensated is that they have to have a compensation agreement in place with their buyer. So the buyer is going to be compensating them. Now, there are still ways that we can bake that into the deal, that commission, but the buyer has to be okay with that. So they have to know that they are getting value out of that relationship. They just have to know it. If they don't know it, they're not going to agree to having that commission baked into the deal. And then the buyer's agent is left out in the cold. So, but in the meantime, listing agents are going to do fine. Well, I'm a listing agent. I always have been. I love working with buyers. I just love them to pieces. I love people. On the listing agent side of stuff, we just became more effective for our clients as a result of that. It's pretty exciting. When I say that there are no other real estate agents or nobody really talking about like the stuff that this actually, they're talking about all of the bad stuff, like, oh no. And really, this has been something that I'd say for like the last 5 years, I was going to exaggerate and say 10, but face the facts, 10 years ago, I didn't care about this. I was still hammered. So 5 years is probably pretty accurate. I've looked at it as not very skilled real estate agents making the same amount of money as I make. And I work my ass off. I spend so much money on training, so much money on classes and becoming more skillful for the clients, keeping abreast of all the things that are on the market, looking at all the inventory, talking to other real estate, like doing the thing that you would expect a, high caliber real estate agent to do. Like I've been doing all of that. And then, in lopes this poorly trained, part-time, unprofessional person that has a real estate license, and they make the same amount of money as I do. That shows that there is a little bit of an inequity in that type of a system. And so what this does is that basically takes that inequity and it magnifies it. Now it's front and center. Bad real estate agents are not going to survive in the industry, which is great, because the consumers and quite frankly, the other real estate agents deserve to work with other people that are professional. That's just what it all comes down to.